Did you take this gun or any gun like it and blow your son's brains out?
No, I did not.
Did you shoot a .300 blackout into her head, causing her death?
Mr. Griffin, I didn't shoot my wife or my son anytime. Ever.
He's slick. This has been just riveting to watch this play out, and with the Netflix series now, Allison, as well.
Yeah.
We are entering week number 6 of the high-profile trial of prominent South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh in the double murder of his wife and son back in June of 2021. The focus now, as we start the new week here, is Murdaugh taking the stand Friday, testifying on his own behalf.
Joining us now for more is former prosecutor and Newsmax contributor Ameer Benno. Ameer, a quote that stood out when he took this stand, he said that he would never do anything to intentionally harm his family. That was interesting when I heard him say that. We all know he's an attorney. Do you think that he could go for manslaughter now?
Well, I think his argument is that he didn't do it. So you're right in focusing on intentionality, that being an element of the murder charge, that you had to have committed this homicidal act with the intent to do it. Whereas manslaughter is an unintentional killing. So I suppose it's possible, but it would sort of fly in the face of what his argument has been all along, Allison.
Ameer, is Murdaugh getting to these jurors? Watching on Thursday and Friday, one of the jurors was crying. Is a hung jury the goal here? Would that be a win for Murdaugh?
It would be a win, and I think that is what he's shooting for. Remember, victory can be measured many different ways, but here it is simply getting reasonable doubt into the mind of a single juror, because they need a unanimous jury to convict. And can he get that? I think absolutely. This is a defensible case. Let's run through a quick checklist of some of the things that might plant reasonable doubt in the jury's mind. First, there was testimony that it's possible that there were 2 shooters, not just one. Second, there was testimony that there was DNA recovered from Maggie, the wife's fingernails, that did not match either Paul or Alec. And she had brown hair in her hand, and Alec and Paul did not have brown hair. There was testimony that Alec had a wonderful relationship with his son and a good relationship with his wife. That undercuts the motive aspect. Agent Owens from the SLED unit in South Carolina, as testimony came out that he was not truthful with the grand jury. He talked about there being a T-shirt recovered from Alec that had blood spatter on it. That simply wasn't true. So you have liars on both sides of the aisle here. And then the height of the shooter, there's testimony that the shooter would have to have been 5'2" to 5'4", and of course Alec is a foot taller than that. So when you add all of those things up, could it create reasonable doubt in the mind of a single juror? Absolutely.
Yeah, he admitted to lying, and he also talked about his drug addiction, stealing. And I wonder if this was, almost intentional for the defense to maybe have somebody from the jury sympathize with him because of his addiction. He also then referred to his son as Paul and called his wife Mag. So again, that makes him seem, obviously these were his son and his wife, and you have to wonder if that really got to even just one juror.
All right. He's very sophisticated. Obviously, he is a trial attorney himself, and not just any trial attorney, but an attorney who has tried cases in that particular county, in that particular courtroom.
Right.
And so you're correct. Yes, humanizing him as a father and a husband and using terms of affection is certainly directed towards connecting with juries on an emotional level. And like you mentioned as well, addiction is something that everybody from all walks of life, jurors from all walks of life, can have experience with. So highlighting that as a reason for why he would have lied to the police, I think might have been a very effective defense strategy.
Yeah, Ameer, so I tend to agree with you. And there's, criminal defense trials there's drama and there's theater as well. And defense attorneys, they put on a little performance. Murdaugh, I've noticed this, that he's qualifying basically every response that he gives to the prosecution. He'll say with that Southern accent, that Hampden County accent, that I don't dispute that, but he always says, but. Is that a strategy? Is he doing that deliberately?
Well, I think it is deliberate, whether it's strategic or it's just he's trained to do that as a lawyer, rather than give definitive answers saying, no, that's not true, or yes, that is. As a lawyer, you're always cautious about witnesses getting on the stand and making these very conclusive, definitive statements because, hey, you never know what is the other side going to pull out of their hat suddenly and cross-examine the witness on, and suddenly you're again caught in a lie. So it gives you a little wiggle room if you do couch it in that sort of ambiguous language.
Ameer, 15 seconds. Which direction is this heading right now? Are we headed toward a hung jury?
I think we're headed towards a hung jury.
Okay. Going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Possibly this week. Who knows? Ameer Benno, thank you.